In Lesson 1, we showed how Program2BIM can generate program spaces which can be viewed on the web, and then in Lesson 2, viewed on the iPad. Now we're going to show how to actually open and edit the spaces to start the design process. From the same email, if you click on the second email link here, if you're on a web browser, it will launch automatically to the login page and get you into the Onuma system. There's a free version of this as well to work on the scheme that was generated on Program2BIM, or from the iPad app. There's a free version to log in as well too. So now it's loading the spaces that were generated on Program2BIM, and we're going to go into edit mode. So in edit mode, there's an edit button there, and we're going to click on the edit button. And now not only can we view them, but we can start moving them around and even changing the shape, or even changing the configuration and the components, the equipment and furniture inside the space. So we have the two aircraft here. If we select the move button on the right, basically just grab them. This is like doing diagramming, but with very accurate data. We're not doing the final design yet, but we're starting to configure. There's the TSA security. There's the check-in counter, the lounge, circulation, aircraft clear zone. This is basically the safety zone based on FAA requirements that came from airport planning guides. So we can put the aircraft there, and let's put this here. Let's put a hold room here for the aircraft. We need a large hold room. We need a gate to get to the plane. So there goes the plane, goes right there. We can check to see if things fit. And there is some retail space we can place there. There's the two restrooms. Let's just put them right here for now. And the food and beverage, let's put it out by the check-in counter area. And zooming in, we can actually see all the spaces. We can get as accurate or keep it as rough as needed. There's our first configuration. We can even, at this point, even check the early cost estimate. So if we go to building cost estimate, it actually generates the value there. It's a $31 million building in this configuration. We can then even start to stretch and change spaces. So if we want to make this concourse larger, for example, or customize this TSA security point, you can actually start changing the shape of it and doing some quick studies to see how things fit. All the while we're actually generating a BIM of these spaces. We can actually view it. We're viewing it in the Onuma system now, but you can export it at any time to view it in Revit or ArchiCAD or SketchUp and continue to do more detailed design. So there's a first version of it. And maybe we decide to grab these spaces here and copy this jetway and just paste it over and continue with the design for the next area. So we need some more space here. Obviously we need the clearance between the aircraft. Let's tighten it up there. And there's space for some more retail here. We could place it in there. As you can see, you can get a pretty quick layout and confirmation of the size, and even do some analysis of the cost. Get all types of reports out. So let's look at the settings for the cost. There are default settings that have been set up that can be adjusted. So this one, for example, if I want to go to $450 a square foot, it's going to change the total to $36 million for this 81,000 square foot analysis that was done earlier. We can continue to adjust that. And from here we can even do reports on square footage and start adding other attributes and look at even early life cycle cost estimates of utilities and operations and maintenance costs. So within a few minutes you're able to quickly configure this, and you see this is just for 2 gates, and there's a slab of the building. We can unlock it and edit that as well too, and say, okay, this slab is going to follow the footprint of this building. And maybe we want to put some more gates out this way. We'll put a little arm there and say, okay, we want to add some more. And now if we go to the site plan, it landed in a default location, which we can change. Let's actually click on the georeference button and take it to San Jose Airport, SJC, and search for that. Google Map finds San Jose, and let's put it right here, so we can actually define that location as a new site. We want to land a new terminal right here and proceed with that. Now it's moving the building, a GIS location, to San Jose Airport, landing it on the site. And we can zoom in and say, okay, let's rotate this and see if this terminal fits right there. Quick study, we can keep on adding more detail, but that's the basics of viewing the report on site in context, and also be ready to be exported to other applications as well too, into Revit, for example, with all those programmatic elements ready to go.